Okay, so Bianco Hills. First off, I want to say I haven't actually pointed this out, but this is the GameCube. A GameCube. I believe this came out on the second year of the GameCube's life. And this game looks really pretty. Definitely the GameCube. I've said this before, but the GameCube, like, graphically was really damn impressive. Just an impressive step up from the N64. What's also impressive is how I can't even get on top of this. There we go. That's more like it. Again, some of the movement in this game is a little awkward, especially when I do stupid stuff like that. I'm not going to actually make that. That's a shame. Okay, let's try and hop back up here then. I can make that. There we go. Thankfully, Mario can grab onto ledges and stuff like that. So yeah, the game functions the same way as Mario 64, where basically you're in a world and there's tons of different stars that you can actually collect. It doesn't function like Galaxy where it's more linear. It's about as open as Mario 64, but still, most of the time in every level that you're in, you can only do like the star of the mission that you're on. You can't usually like do stars that you're not currently. Like, say that you're on a level where you need to take out this blooper, or take out this piranha plant. Like, you can't go and get a star that's, like, hidden in a cave up on the hill or anything, unless you're in that level. So it's like 64 in that sense. It'd be really cool if they made a 3D Mario game where you could, where it was actually just an open area where you could do any star in any order. That'd actually be really cool, especially with nowadays technology. And there's another shine. So here's where I'm going to get into the mechanics of how shines work in this game. For the longest time, I was under the impression that this game, you needed to get 80 shines, because I remember reading online on the internet when I was a kid that you need to get about 80 shines to actually beat the game. And it just so happens that when I beat the game, I had exactly 80 shines. So I thought that, oh, well, obviously that was correct. However, that is not the case. The only requirement for getting the end of the game is actually to catch Shadow Mario in every world. And there's 7 worlds in the game, and you always catch Shadow Mario on the 7th level of every world. And that's the only requirement to actually beat the game, is you need to catch Shadow Mario in each one of those levels. Which makes collecting shines, like in Isle Delfino and stuff, almost entirely pointless unless you're going for 100%, obviously. Because the only thing that the game actually counts towards beating the game is Shadow Mario chases. Speaking of skipping shines, this is, I believe, the only shine in the game that the developers intended you to be able to skip. Because you can actually just run right past it and move on with the level and actually move on to this windmill. And on top of the windmill, we're going to get another shine. And when it gets back to the shine screen, it's actually going to be episode 2. And again, all the requirement is to get to the end is actually to beat episode 7 in every world. So if you beat episode 2, you'll unlock episode 3. You don't require to beat all the episodes. It's kind of weird how the game works like that. And it's kind of a bummer because there's just so many cool like stars and everything, or shines that you can get in this game, especially in Isle Delfino. But it feels completely pointless because of how they did it with the Shadow Mario chases. Which, to be fair, it's also how I'm doing it. I mean, like, if I could do the Isle Delfino sprites if I wanted to, it's just, there's really no point, because you don't get anything for it. And I don't want to collect shines in Isle Delfino for this, like, to get an arbitrary amount. Because, again, all that's required is this. Episode 7, specifically. Anyway, so if we ride all the way to the top of this windmill and get up here, then we lag the game a little bit and we find this guy. Sup. I love how they both. That's some good humor. The game doesn't have that much humor, but I think that's always been one of my favorite things, where they're both, like, cringing, like, oh god, this is gonna end badly for both of us. Okay, so, first boss, PD Piranha, and, very, very easy boss. Basically, all we have to do is just spray water right into his mouth. Gulp, gulp, gulp. And in a Mario staple, time for a ground pound. There we go. He slaps himself. He's like, he's so ashamed of himself. Like, oh god, what did I do wrong? Yeah, not a very hard boss. By the way, another thing I want to say, I actually haven't played this game in like 6 years. I have seen many playthroughs and speedruns and stuff of the game since then, but I actually haven't played the game myself in a very long time. So hopefully I do well. Don't go too hard on me. I'm just here for fun, especially since this is such a fun summer game to do. It's the most summery game you can possibly think of. Not that Summer 459 was gonna cover this shit. He's in the attic. Okay. Shine get. Whoop. Oh, and he sticks to the landing. Isn't that awesome? Man, Isle Delfino is still looking really dark, actually. Yeah, it's actually a cool little thing. Isle Delfino is going to look really dark for a while until we actually get a bunch of shines, and the sun will eventually get brighter and brighter as we progress the game, especially once we take care of that. I'm pretty sure healing that sign up heals up the daytime significantly, thankfully. You can actually, because of the movement is so crazy free in this game, just free movement, you can actually get up on there right now if we wanted to, but let's just go the intended way, shall we? We'll get up there soon enough. Anyway, let's I want to oh, that works too, I guess. God damn, I suck. Okay, so as you can see, I wasn't lying. We don't have to beat episode 1, actually. We can just move on right to episode 2. And this is like the only one in the game that you can do that on. You obviously can do that using exploits and glitches and stuff. You can skip shines later in the game. But I believe this is the only one that, like, the devs, like, might have intended you to be able to do. Or just lack of foresight of just going up to the top of the windmill. Anyway, let's move on to episode 3. Man, this game's really pretty. Like, the depth of field effect they have, like, in all of the levels because of the sun is, like, really cool looking. Really impressive. I know a lot of people have been craving, like, Sunshine HD, and, like, honestly, like, I'd be totally okay with that. Especially since, like, when Wind Waker HD was announced, Nintendo, like, was like, yeah, we built this software that coded, GameCube games to the Wii U and, like, just ran them in HD. And we made that software, and then we made Wind Waker HD using that software. And it's like, I remember they said that in a, like, maybe in Iwata Asks or something, and they seemingly never used that software ever again. It's like, oh my god, I made it up here. That was awesome. So yeah, like in getting up to this cave is like, there are a million ways you can get out to this cave. You can really do whatever you want, and it's really cool that the game, again, has that much freedom in comparison to the other Mario games. Especially when you just slide off the platform like that. That was really weird. I couldn't recover it all. But it's okay, because the cave is right there. No, not my F.L.U.D.! Oh, yes. Okay, I'm really resisting the urge to sing along. These are the F.L.U.D.less secret stages of the game, and a lot of people really dislike these, mainly because they're the hardest levels in the game, hands down, because you don't have any way to save yourself. You are completely at the mercy of Mario's platforming abilities, especially when you just kill yourself like that. I thought the dive would go farther, forgive me. Anyway, as I was saying before, you're basically at the mercy of Mario's platforming in this game. in these secret levels, and a lot of people really hate them, but I actually really enjoy them. I think they're some of the coolest levels in the game. I can't deny that they are very difficult, though, especially some of the later ones. Shockstars! Honestly, we don't even need to save at this point. Let's just keep going. I'll make sure to try and save my game before a game over, though, that's for sure. And hey, look at that. We already have access to the next area. Isn't that cool? I sound very passive-aggressive for some reason. I don't mean to. I don't hate this game, by any means. Okay, red coins of Windmill Village. Oh boy. So, coin hunts. This should come as no surprise to anyone who's ever played a Mario game, but yes, coin hunts are in this game, and the levels in Mario Sunshine are pretty open-ended. I'd say they're a little... no, it really depends on the level, but I'd say most of them are bigger than Mario 64 in most cases. And there are red coins now hidden in every world, so let's see if we can find all of them without getting lost. Again, this is me just going on, like, I'm definitely not an expert in this game, so let's see how good I end up doing. I actually got that. That's awesome. Again, these levels definitely show off how, like, there's a million different ways to actually do this level. Like, any way you want. It's not like, say, like Yoshi's Island, where there's red coins, and it's just, like, yeah, you just get the red coins in pretty much the same order every time. It's like the level is so open. Also, like, when you can zoom out the camera really far, just like in Wind Waker, and, like, look how, first off, pretty this game looks, for 2002, I believe. And you can also scope out the area and see if you can find red coins anywhere. I'm not sure if there's a draw distance on the red coins, but, okay, well, I can see one down there, and there's only one left, so I could have sworn it was on one of these bouncy wires. Like, I could have sworn I remember it being on one of them, but looks like I was mistaken. Man, we are high up right now. That's really cool. There we go. Okay, well, actually, here's one of them right here. And I believe the other one was on top of a building, so there it is. Awesome. We did that really quickly. Okay. And I don't know where the shine went. I looked away for a second. This is already a train wreck. Okay, where did that shine go to? Oh no. Oh wait, doesn't it go to the highest point of the level? Yeah, it does. Okay. In this case, at least. Let's see if we can get up there. This might be bad. Oh, I actually landed on that, but once you do a dive, it's really hard to, like, you have a lot of momentum after you've done a dive, so it's really hard to actually stick the landing like that. And we actually got up there, nice. Okay, we're actually running out of water, as you can see. Our water tank is in the bottom right. Thankfully, water usage doesn't really come into play that much, which is good. But yeah, you have to keep in mind sometimes. Always in the back of your head. Shine get. Sweet.